recognizing the most influential brands in Kenya, and we are recognizing the work and the impact that we have done for the years and the impact that we're going to do. And to start us off, we'll have a keynote address from a business trainer, a speaker, and an author. She is a personal branding coach and the founder of Inside Out Development Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together as we invite on stage none other than Dr. Hannah Githuki. Let's put our hands together and invite Dr. Hannah on stage. She comes to give us the keynote address.
All right, good evening. How are you doing? How are you doing at the back? Everybody is good? Awesome, lovely. Thank you very much for that introduction. I appreciate it. And first of all, you are all looking fantastic. You're looking amazing. And congratulations. Congratulations to the ones who have been nominated. Congratulations to the ones that are going to be receiving awards tonight. It's a beautiful night. And you know what also? It's a reminder that when you put in the work, when you become consistent, keep waking up and doing it over and over again, somebody is watching. And one day, this is where you're going to be recognized. Now, this mic is not working very well, but I'm sure we will continue with it because it's going off and on. Great. Oh, somebody is bringing me another mic. I think that's better. So, winning for now. You're winning for now. It doesn't mean that the winning you get tonight is going to be recognized next year. That means you're winning, yes, but it's only for now, and the work continues. That means if you want to win next year and the other year after that, you want to keep doing the work. So again, my name is Hannah Githuki. I am a personal branding coach, and I love to talk to leaders. I love to talk to executives. And tonight I want us to challenge you on the definition that we have heard about leadership, the definition that we were taught about leadership that I believe sometimes doesn't hold water anymore. Just like so many things that we were taught when we were growing up, and then you grow up, you become an adult, and you realize those things are not true anymore. Who can remember one thing you were taught and now you're an adult and you're thinking, what is this thing they said? Anything that comes to think about something that you were told and now you don't think is true anymore? Anyone at all? And we don't have a mic to go around, but is there anyone who can think of anything that we were taught and now you don't think is true anymore? About business? Yes, go ahead. Come and share my mic.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Lisa, and the very big lie that I was taught was by my very amazing, lovely mother. And growing up, she told me that if you eat the watermelon seeds, it will grow up in your stomach and come out through your ears and your eyes. Yeah. Did you eat the watermelon seeds? Yeah, because I wanted to see what I thought would happen.
And they have not grown yet. I know. So many things we were told. We thought 30 years old was a very old person. I remember that very well. We were told that when you go to school and get good grades, you're going to get a good job and you're going to be very rich. We were told by 25 it is important that you have married, and by 28 you have 3 children. And they also went ahead to say those children are going to be sleeping throughout the night. And I can tell you for free that children do not sleep throughout the night. And so tonight I want us to challenge also what we have been taught about leadership. And somewhere along the way, we began to celebrate leaders who never sleep. We began to celebrate leaders who never rest. We began to celebrate leaders who carry the whole company on their back. Leaders who solve every problem and who make every decision, and leaders who are everywhere at every time. And we thought those were the leaders. But there is an uncomfortable truth that I want you to carry tonight, that in the business, depends on the leader for it to breathe, then that leader is not winning. They are drowning 100%. And I want us to have this conversation about the winning leader, especially the leader who can build a company that's going to outlive the founder. Because a company that collapses when the leader steps away was never a company. I like to say that was a personal hustle with a what? With a payroll. And so when we talk about the winning leader, what exactly do we mean? A winning leader is not the leader who we see all the time. A winning leader is the one who has vision that continues even when they are not seen at all. And a winning leader is not the person who's needed everywhere at every time. A winning leader is a leader who has a vision, is a leader who builds people, is a leader who builds structure, is a leader who builds systems so that the business grows even in the absence of that leader. And so a winning leader is a person who's going to be building a holistic brand of influence, of impact, and of income. And during this conversation, you will hear me talk so much about the 3I brand: influence, impact, and income. So that you know, if you're in this room and you're winning as a leader, and your brand is not holistic, then something is very, very wrong indeed. And so what does it mean to lead and to win? I'm going to say something. When I say it, if that's you, you clap once. Okay? The business earns when you are not on the ground. Is that you? Clap once. Decisions are made without waiting for you. Clap twice. The claps are going down a little bit. The company grows when you travel, when you rest, when you transition. Clap thrice. Well done. Thank you. And then the work becomes bigger than your presence and your personality and your lifespan. I think that is one clap we will have one day when we have created legacy businesses. So winning leadership is legacy leadership. Winning leadership is visionary leadership, and that is the leadership that's going to outlive titles, that's going to outlive seasons, and that's going to outlive its founders. Now let me tell you why I care so much about this topic of winning leadership. It is because I work with leaders every single day. And I work with brilliant leaders, intelligent leaders, hardworking leaders, but leaders who are exhausted. And they're not exhausted because they don't love what they do. They're exhausted because they're building companies where everything depends on them. But also I have seen leaders who have stepped away to a different level. The level where the influence expands through their teams, the level where impact grows beyond their personal effort, and the level where income multiplies because the systems they have built are doing the heavy lifting for them. And that is the shift I'm very passionate about, ladies and gentlemen. I'm passionate about the shift of leadership that is holistic, the leadership of influence, of impact, and of income. Because your leadership is not going to be measured by how loudly you shout today. It's going to be measured by what continues to exist and to succeed and to expand because you are no longer in the room. So I want you to know that we're talking about legacy businesses. And so I'm going to take another 10 minutes, and in the 10 minutes, I'm going to allow us to talk about what does it mean to be a winning leader? Why should we even care? And why do leaders win? Some leaders win and some leaders don't win so much. And also, how can you become a leader that wins and create and build a business that outlives you? Now, shall we get started? What winning leadership really looks like? Because anybody wants us to get started on that? Let's see. If you raise your hand, I'll know you're with me. Yes, good stuff. Now, this is what winning leadership looks like for you tonight. Winning leadership looks like influence. Winning leadership looks like accountability. It is emotional intelligence. It is a vision. It is leading by example. It's not about leadership development, but it is about business continuity, it is about wealth creation, and it is about legacy in motion. But why do some leaders win and some leaders don't win so much? Because 3 reasons some leaders don't win. Now, number 1, leaders, if your business depends on one person, it is already at risk. Many companies look very successful because the founder is still standing, the founder is still pushing, and the founder is still solving everything. But the truth is that if a company is going to break when the leader takes a break, that was never a company. It was actually dependency. And as coaches, I am a coach. As coaches, we say, we don't coach the problem, we coach the person. So that the person can go and take care of their problems. And anytime as a coach, any coaches in the room, by the way? Any coaches in the room? Thank you. Any other coach? Lovely. If you have a client who comes to you for every problem as a coach, then what you have done is not good coaching. It is called dependency. And that is how most leaders are leading their organizations, that customers only trust the founder. If the founder is not there, we're not buying. That the staff cannot move unless the founder has spoken. And that decisions are stopping to be made when the founder is unavailable. That is not strong business. That is a very fragile business, and that is what we call an exposed business. Businesses collapse not because the idea was very small. Businesses collapse because, listen to this one, because the founder became the entire system. Are you the entire system in your business? Because if that's the case, then your business is very fragile and it is very, very exposed. Reason number 2, you want to care about this, that some leaders win and some leaders don't win, is because leaders are not losing because they are incapable. They are losing because they are exhausted. Is there any leader tonight in this room who feels exhausted? Anybody? Yeah, I can see some hands going up. And it's not that you are exhausted because of your vision. You're not exhausted because of your work. You're not exhausted because you're building. The leader is exhausted because they are carrying everything. They're exhausted because they are deciding. Hey, by the way, they are carrying everything, including the kids, to the office sometimes. That's how exhausted some leaders are. You're so exhausted that you're carrying the key to the office, you're carrying the checkbook, you're carrying literally everything in that organization. And leaders are exhausted because they are deciding everything, they are fixing everything, including some people right now are already fixing what they're going to eat, the Christmas cake for their Christmas party for their staff members. And yet they're the founder. That's why some leaders are tired, because they are holding everything. And this is the tragedy of entrepreneurial burnout. That's why you hear some leaders say, I'm burnt out, and I'm burnt out. Because the business has grown, no lie, but it has grown just enough to drain the founder, but it has not grown enough to free the founder. And that is a tragedy. When the leader and the founder is worn out, the vision slows down automatically. And it's not because the dream died, ladies and gentlemen. It is because the leader did not build the systems strong enough to run without them. Because leaders don't burn out because they are weak. They don't at all. They burn out because, listen to this one, they burn out because They have believed that they are irreplaceable. They have believed that nobody can do it like them. That's why a lot of leaders in here, not in here because we are all winning leaders, that's why some leaders are burnt out. And that is not leadership. That is what we call self-sacrifice. Disguised as what? Dedication. Self-sacrifice disguised as dedication. And reason number 3, listen to this one because it's a good one. The next generation of businesses will belong to the leaders who multiply, not the leaders who control. Now listen, multiplication is a kingdom principle. Anybody agree with me? Multiplication is a kingdom principle. The parable of the talent, Matthew 25:26. The one who did not multiply, what were they called by the master when the master returned? Anybody reading their Bible over here? They said, foolish. They said, you wicked and no, you wicked and lazy servants. So if you don't multiply, you're in business and you're not multiplying, woe unto you, because probably that's what the master is going to call you. Because the next generation of businesses is going to belong to leaders who multiply, not leaders who control. Because right now, the marketplace is shifting. Repeat that after me. The marketplace is shifting. Let's go. The marketplace is shifting. And the shift is this, that the world is no longer rewarding leaders who know everything, who do everything, who approve everything. The world is rewarding leaders who are going to build systems, leaders who are going to build teams, leaders who are going to build decision makers like themselves, and leaders who are going to have stability beyond themselves. That is what the marketplace right now is rewarding. So the question is not, how much does this business need the leader? The ultimate test of success is, how much has the leader built the business to win even when they're not around? And that is leadership that influences industries, that is leadership that is impacting generations, and that is leadership that is multiplying income long after your title and long after the season has done what? Has passed. Now, I want us to get to a very beautiful part in the next 5 minutes of the how. We said we'll say what winning leadership looks like, why it is important, and how you leaders in this room can start building businesses that are going to outlive you. There's a secret and there's work to be done. Now, this is the part where I say put on your big gun pants, put on your aprons, put on your gumboots, because this is where execution comes in, that there is work that needs to be done. But what work needs to be done? The thing you want to remember, by the way, leaders don't do everything, but leaders get everything done. That is a leader. You get everything done. And so, if you want to move from your current reality of carrying the keys to the office to building a system where the business is running without you even when you're on vacation in Singapore, then there's some things you must do. It's moving from your reality to your vision, and that requires transformation. So, I'm going to share with you a framework, and I want you to pay attention. If you have a notebook, start taking notes. I want to share with you a framework of 5 things that you must do starting today, that you must do as a winning leader to build companies that are going to outlive you as a founder. Because the crown for you is not going to be the founder did well. The crown is going to be they built a legacy business. By the way, are you guys passionate about legacy businesses? Because I am. I'm building a business that I want my kids to, even if they don't come work there, to know that their mom and their parents built something. So if you're passionate about legacy businesses, this is your sweet spot right here. Sweet spot. And I want you to listen to these 5 things that you must do. There's a framework I share with leaders, and it's called the scale framework. That you must start scaling. I usually use this with leaders who want to level up, who want to move from where they are to another level. S is for self-mastery. Self-mastery means you must do the inner work of a leader. It has to start from the inside before it's seen on the outside. So if you are a leader here, you want to ask yourself, who are you? Do you know yourself? Have you peeled the onion to know these are my skills, these are my strengths, these are my core values, this is my mission, these are my interests, this is my vision, this is what I want. I am a green, I am a yellow, I am a red, I am a blue. Do you know those personalities? Anybody? Green, red, leaders. I'm sure leaders in here have done that personality test. Anybody? No? We have a lot of work to do, leaders. Red, green, yellow, blue, those are personalities of leaders. And so you must know where you stand, because that is important. He who has not mastered self cannot lead other people, because it's always identity before visibility. It is values before strategy. It is emotional discipline before you start making decisions for your organization. So I want to challenge you, leaders in this room, that you must get into the journey of self-discovery and self-mastery, so that you know why you act the way you do, so that you know why you get angry when people walk out on you, so that you're able to receive feedback and knowing that feedback is data without thinking people are picking on you. Self-mastery is very important, so that you can know how do you regulate your emotions under pressure. Because again, he who has not mastered self cannot lead others. Very, very important. By the way, this is something I like to tell leaders who want to level up. You must start asking yourself the questions called the 5 wives and 1 husband questions. Anybody know the 5 wives and the 1 husband questions at all? 5 wives. Question 1 is why, what, when, where, which, and the 1 husband is how. That's a big boy of all of them. 5 wives and 1 husband questions. That is the only way you're going to discover who you are, why you do what you do, why you should care, and why we should listen to you, and why we should follow you. Self-mastery is key. Now, still on the framework of scale, self-mastery, then C is for commanding presence. This is about dressing, communication, and executive energy. Because, listen, a company cannot rise above the presence of its leader. The leader must be the one caring so much about the executive presence, how they dress, how they look, how they show up, how they speak. The reason this is important is because, ladies and gentlemen, they say don't judge a book by its cover. Unfortunately, you are judged by your cover in this business world. They judge whether you're competent by how you dress before you speak a word. They judge whether you're trustworthy by how you wear a hoodie into the room and not. They judge whether you're credible by how you speak, unfortunately. So it's a very harsh word. Unfortunately, you're going to be judged by your cover. And that means how you dress is going to matter. And this is important. The reason it's important is because I can't believe we're still going to companies and talking to people about grooming, brushing teeth. Imagine, those are such small things, but I can't believe we're still going to companies to do those things. Because if you don't dress like an executive, like a high-value professional, even respect is going to be out of the door. So this is about commanding presence. Dress like the leader of the company that you're building, not the company that you're surviving. That's what we say. Don't be too casual about your dressing. Don't be too casual about the way you talk to your employees. Don't be too casual about that. Speak with clarity. Be a coaching leader. Listen more. Speak like this in structures, and it comes from you thinking in structures. Start, build, learn. Learn how to do public speaking. Because when a leader looks disorganized, guess what happens? The company looks disorganized. When the leader communicates confidence, guess what happens? The company attracts confidence every time. And then A is for, we're still on the scale framework, A is for assemble and grow a high performance team, which is very, very important. Because a winning leader does not ask how much can I do, a winning leader asks how much we can do. It's about the we language, so that it's synergy. Oh, by the way, 1 plus 1 is called what in leadership? 1 plus 1 is what? Anybody? Oh, we need a lot of classes in here. 1 plus 1 in leadership and teamwork is called? It's a 3. That is synergy. Synergy says 1 plus 1 is 3. That is about the we culture. It's not me. It's about what are we doing. And so, even as I get into the next point, I want you to know that you're not going to build a business that outlives you if you do not build a high-performance team. Do you know what your people do? Do they know what they do? So that means you're thinking, do you have clear roles for your people? Do they have clear expectation? Is there accountability? Is there feedback? And sometimes we talk about the 360 feedback. And are your people empowered? Are your teams empowered? We like to say, train them so good so they can go and leave you. So they can get poached. Right? Train them so good so they can leave. And if you train them so good, they won't leave. Ask people who build those kind of businesses. If you train them so good, they won't leave. But train your people, empower them. Teach them how to deliver, allow them to deliver, and trust that they can deliver. Because you're not the only one. You're not irreplaceable. The minute you die, you don't want your business to die with you. So it's important for you to grow a high-performance team. Very, very important. So that leaders, ladies and gentlemen, you don't get in the way of your business doing what? Growing and scaling. And then, the fourth one is you must lead with vision. As a leader, by the way, if you don't have a vision, then your company does not have any direction. So if you're thinking legacy business like me, then you must become a visionary thinker. Because a company built on vision, it outlives generations. So you want to ask yourself, do your people in the company know the core values? Do they know the mission? Do they know the vision? Do they know the direction where the company is going? So you want to communicate that until everybody can repeat it. And the other thing you want to do when it comes to vision, by the way, whatever it is that you, by the way, do you guys know what you want your companies to do in 2026 and beyond? You better have that vision clear. And then what you do, put it on a what? Put it on a what? Vision board. Put it on a vision board. If you have a vision for your company for 2026, what you want to achieve, the revenues you want to bring in, the sales you want to bring in, the people you want to employ, the branches you want to open, have a what? Have them on a vision board, because it's a magical tool. By the way, I have a vision board party tomorrow. Anybody who wants to come and learn how to do it, you are very welcome. We have a vision board party for leaders tomorrow. You're coming, right? Yeah. Lucy told me she's coming tomorrow. Very important. These are very important tools. And lastly, the E. We talked about the scale, the framework for winning leaders who want to level up and build businesses which are going to outlive them. E is for expanding your wealth, mindset, and your systems. By the way, it's about influence, impact, and income. If you build a business that has a lot of influence, a lot of followership, people emulate you, people copy you, but there is no money, you're going to be very frustrated. And if you build a business that has so much money and there is no impact, you're going to say, what are we doing here eventually? So it has to be the three of them. But this point here is about building a business that is profitable. Very, very important. So you want to care about profits so that you come from income to building assets, so that you come from hustling to actually building systems, and so that you come from survival to scaling your business. Very, very important. And so I want to challenge you that it's important for you to start thinking about your wealth mindset as a leader, so that you have a wealth mindset that is asking, what will pay me long after I have stepped back? What needs to be documented? What needs to be systemized? What needs to be done what? Automated. And that is my sweet spot. What needs to be automated? And by the way, as I finish, wealth is not about accumulation. And I usually say it's not primitive accumulation. Who agrees that we have some sort of primitive accumulation sometimes going on? You just want to accumulate, 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 accumulate. That's not what we're talking about. But it's about continuity and it's about scalability. Because legacy is when the company pays you, it pays your children, and it pays for your causes long after you have stopped working. It's also in the Bible. It's a business that does what? That builds wealth for your children and children after your children. 100%. And so, you want to win as a leader that outlives you. You must do 5 things. You must scale. You must do self-mastery, which is the inner work about your emotional intelligence and your core identity. You must command presence. That means you're dressing your communication and your leadership energy. You must assemble and grow a high-performance team. You must lead with vision and direction, and you must expand your wealth mindset.
Real Estate Company of the Year 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, remember that you're celebrating the most dependable brands, in Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, the most dependable real estate company of the year 2025, the most dependable real estate company of the year 2025, and the award goes to Fanaka Real Estate. Let's appreciate Fanaka Real Estate. Fanaka Real Estate, the most dependable real estate company of the year 2025. DJ, you can give something to Fanaka. Amazing. Right. Most dependable real estate brand of the year 2025. Fanaka making their way on stage. This is Fanaka Real Estate. Congratulations to Fanaka Real Estate for being the most dependable real estate company of the year 2025. Thank you so much. On Kamala, you can have your seat. Thank you so much. And so for the next set, ladies and gentlemen, the DJ has already done enough practice, ending with Fanaka. And so he'll be giving us tunes that we shall be dancing to as we come to the stage, because this is your day and this is your moment, right? All right, I'd like to invite Mother Juguna from Spin and Gears to come up on stage to award the next set of awardees. As they make their way to the stage, this is Dependable Brand Awards 2025 happening tonight. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the most trusted floor manufacturer of the year 2025, the most trusted floor manufacturer of the year 2025, the award goes to Nice Extra Premium. Nice Extra Premium, the DJ is supporting you to enjoy your moment. Martha is also waiting for you on stage. This is Nice Extra Premium. This is a very good set. Hey, majestic moves right there. This is Nice Extra Premium. Ladies and gentlemen, the most trusted car manufacturer of the year 2025. Nice Extra Premium. Karibu sana on stage as you receive your award for being the most trusted car manufacturer of the year 2025. Congratulations, Nice Extra Premium. Congratulations to Nice Extra Premium for being the most trusted flower manufacturer of the year 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, the next award is the Dependable Brands Awards 2025. We award the Excellence in Patient Transformation and Care in 2025. We award for Excellence in Patient Transformation and Care in 2025, and the award goes to Petals Dermatology Center and Medical Spa. This award is for excellence in patient transformation and care in 2025. Wonderful books right there. Wonderful books for our skin care specialists. Petals Dermatology Center and Medical Thank you. That is Petals Dermatology Center and Medical Spa, awarded for their excellence in patient transformation and care in the year 2025, with this year's Dependable Brand Awards 2025. Congratulations to Petals Dermatology Center and Medical Spa. Investment in this year's Dependable Brand Awards 2025. Congratulations, Kaima Investments, for excellence in property and investments. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the leading land and property investment firm award, the leading land and property investment firm award in 2025 goes to none other than MAPSA Group Agency. The leading land and property investment firm award 2025 goes to MAPSA Group Agency. Congratulations to MAPSA. Congratulations, MAPSA Group Agency, for being the leading land and property investment firm in 2025. Congratulations, Mapsa Group, for being the leading land and property investment firm in 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, the top roofing solutions provider of the year 2025. Top roofing solutions provider of the year 2025. The award goes to Homelink Mabati Factory. Homelink Mabati Factory, awarded for being the top roofing solutions provider of the year 2025. Some music from there. And then now the moves are yours, the award is yours, the moment is yours. Take advantage. This is your moment. Congratulations for being the top roofing solutions provider of the year 2025. Homelink Mabati Factory. Homelink Mabati Factory, the top roofing solutions provider of the year 2025. Let's go. Congratulations to Homelink Mabati Factory for being the top roofing solutions provider of the year 2025. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to release Martha. Please have your seats. All right, let's appreciate Martha as she makes her way down the stage. All right, and for the next set, again, the bar is being set too high. I hope that your team will match up the energy in the room. I'd like to invite Dr. Ekra Ndongo, Dr. Ekra, to come up on stage and award the next set. Karibu sana Dr. Ekra Ndongo to come and award the next set of awards. Dr. Ekra Ndongo is awarding the next set of our Ds, making her way on stage, elegantly dressed, ready for the moment, ready to share your moment with you, and ready to award the next set of our Ds. Ladies and gentlemen, in this set, we would like to award the top personal branding coach of the year 2025. Top personal branding coach of the year 2025, and this is none other than Hannah Gidoki of Inside Out Development. Let's put our hands together for Dr. Hannah Gidoki as she makes her way to the stage. Again, elegantly dressed. I think you have shared some memo with Dr. Ekra. And this award is for being the top personal branding coach of the year 2025. Dr. Hannah Gidoki of Inside Out Development. Amazing moment on stage. Amazing moment on stage. First award. Top personal branding coach of the year 2025 on stage. That is Dr. Hannah Gidoki. Congratulations, Dr. Congratulations, Dr. Hannah Gidoki, for being the top personal branding coach of the year 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, the most credible property investment partner in the year 2025, the most credible property investment partner in Kenya in 2025, the award goes to Gateway Homes. Gateway Homes, the most credible property investment partner in Kenya, 2025. Gateway Homes, making their way to the stage. Gateway Homes, the most credible property investment partner in 2025. Gateway Homes. partner in Kenya in the year 2025. Congratulations, Gateway Box, for emerging the most credible property investment partner in 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, the land selling company of the year, land selling company of the year 2025, land selling company of the year 2025, the award goes to Username Limited. Username Limited, land selling company of the year 2025. Username, taking their way to the stage, elegantly dressed, wonderful moves right there. This is their moment. Congratulations, Username Limited, for being the land selling company of the year 2025. Coming up on stage, Username Limited. Congratulations, Username Limited, for emerging the land selling company of the year 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, the most preferred tea brand of the year 2025, most preferred tea brand of the year 2025, the award goes to LNT. Congratulations to LNT for being the most preferred tea brand in Kenya 2025. LNT. LNT on stage for being the most preferred tea brand of the year 2025. LNT, the most preferred tea brand in Kenya in the year 2025. Right, one last photo. Congratulations to LNT for being the most preferred tea brand in Kenya in the year 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, the leading travel and tourism brand 2025, leading travel and tourism brand 2025, the award goes to Blue Lilac Tours and Travel. The leading travel and tourism brand 2025, the award goes to Blue Lilac Tours and Travel. Taking your way to the stage, some energy right there, elegant as usual, making their way to the stage. This is Blue Lilac Tours and Travel for being the leading travel and tourism brand in 2025.
You're a soldier, choosing your battle. Pick yourself up and dust yourself off and back in the saddle. You're on the front line, everyone's watching. You know it's serious, we're getting closer, this isn't over. The pressure's on, feel it, but you got it all, believe it. When you get up, if you get up, it's time to live, cause this is Africa.
Thank you so much, DJ. That is Blue Lilac Tours and Travel, the leading travel and tourism brand in 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, the most dependable company in title issuance in 2025. Most Dependable Company entitled Issuance in 2025. The award goes to Top Care Lands. Let's put our hands together for Top Care. Top Care Lands Limited coming up on stage. DJ already did his parts. He just said you the parts. Top Care Lands coming up on stage. The Most Dependable Company entitled Issuance in 2025. Top Care Lands, coming up on stage. Top Care Lands. Congratulations for being the most dependable company in issuing titles in 2025. Top Care Lands. Ladies and gentlemen, we can put our hands together for Top Care Lands as they make their way back to their seats. And also a round of applause for Dr. Ekra as she also gets a seat. All right, thank you so much. For this next set, again, the energy is set, the stage is ready for you. Just need to come and occupy the stage. The DJ will support you as much as possible because we want to celebrate this moment with you in this year's Most Dependable Brands Award in Kenya. And we want to celebrate the following. But just before that, we'd like to invite our keynote speaker, Dr. Hannah Giduki, to award the next set. Dr. Hannah Giduki, our keynote speaker, will be awarding the next set of awardees. Right. The first awardee in this category, the most dependable brand in Kenya, in public infrastructure transformation, most dependable brand in Kenya for public infrastructure transformation is none other than Honorable Benjamin Major Donk. Honorable Benjamin, please make your way to the most dependable brand in public infrastructure transformation, Honorable Benjamin. Honorable Benjamin coming up on stage, receive an award from Dr. Hannah Giduki. Dr. Hannah Giduki will be awarding Honorable Benjamin Donk coming up on stage. Congratulations for being the most dependable brand in public infrastructure transformation. She must drop my money, drop my money. Congratulations, Honorable Benjamin Major Donk, for being the most dependable brand in public infrastructure transformation, awarded by our keynote speaker, Dr. Hannah Giduki. Ladies and gentlemen, the most dependable constituency leader of the year 2025. Most dependable constituency leader of the year 2025. The award goes to none other than Hon Titus Kamala. Honorable Titus Kamala is the most dependable constituency leader of the year 2025. All right, some applause for Honorable Titus Kamala Mukwana. Titus Kamala Mukwana for being the most dependable constituency leader of the year 2025. Wonderful move on stage. Wonderful performance on stage. This is your day. Congratulations, Honorable Titus Amala Ogwana. Congratulations, Honorable Titus, for being the most dependable constituency leader of the year 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, the most exemplary constituency development champion, the most exemplary constituency development champion of the year 2025 is other than Honorable Brighton Yegon. Honorable Brighton Yegon is the exemplary constituency development champion of the year 2020. Honorable Brighton Yegon is the exemplary constituency champion of the year 2025. Right. Congratulations, Honorable Brighton Yegon, for being the exemplary constituency development champion of the year 2025. BJ. Ladies and gentlemen, the most outstanding leadership service award, the most outstanding leadership service award goes to Honorable Percy Peris Tobiko. The most outstanding leadership service award goes to Honorable Percy Peris Tobiko, who will be awarded shortly. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the most courageous voice for constituency welfare. The most courageous voice for constituency welfare award goes to Honorable Falhada Deko. Falhada Deko, Honorable, is the courageous voice for constituency welfare award winner of this year's Dependable Brands Awards 2025. Right. Thank you so much, DJ. Ladies and gentlemen, the Youth Empowerment and Economic Opportunity Award, the Youth Empowerment and Economic Opportunity Award 2025, the award goes to Honorable Kasim Tandaza. Kasim Tandaza, Honorable, receives the award for being the Youth Empowerment and Economic Opportunity Award winner 2025. Congratulations, Honorable Kasim Tandaza, for being the Youth Empowerment and Economic Opportunity Award winner 2025. Thank you so much. Next, ladies and gentlemen, would like to award the Best Capital Production and Paving Brand 2025. The Best Capital Production and Paving Brand 2025, and the award goes to Kapari Works Limited. Kapari Works Limited is the winner of the Best Capital Production and Paving Brand 2025. Let's applaud Kapari Works Limited as they make their way to the stage. The DJ will be supporting them with some energy as they make their way to the stage. Kapari Works Limited making their way to the stage to receive the award for being the best capital production and paving brand in 2025. Congratulations, Kapari Works Limited, for being the best capital production and paving brand in 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, awarding the most dependable brand in education and leadership merit. The most dependable brand in education and leadership merit. This award goes to Honorable Didmas Barasa. Right, we will be receiving that award in absentia. Right, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. The most dependable award for excellence in grassroots leadership and dependability. Excellence in grassroots leadership and dependability award 2025 goes to Honorable Kongo Smart. Honorable Kongo Smart is in the house. Honorable Kongo Smart is in the house. Let's put our hands together for this award for excellence in grassroots leadership and dependability award. Award goes to Honorable Kongo Smart. Represented here tonight. This is the award for excellence in grassroots leadership and dependability. In 2025, the award goes to Honorable Kongo Smart. Ladies and gentlemen, the next award goes to the Responsible Constituency Stewardship Award 2025. Responsible Constituency Stewardship Award 2025, and the award goes to Honorable Robert Basil. Honorable Robert Basil is in the house. Right. Congratulations, Honorable Robert Basil, for being the Responsible Constituency Stewardship Award winner 2025. Honorable Robert Basil, the Responsible Constituency Stewardship Award winner 2025. Thank you so much. Now to close this set, awarded by our keynote speaker, Dr. Hannah Giduki, we'd like to award the most trusted public servant, and this award goes to Honorable Wahome Wamatinga, a representative in the house. All right, thank you so much, DJ. The award will be delivered to Honorable Wahome Wamatinga. Thank you so much, Daktari, for awarding that set. Let's put our hands together for Dr. Hannah as she makes her way down the stage. As we now invite Rose from Makeup by Rose to come and award the next set. Rose from Makeup by Rose will be awarding the next set. Rose from Makeup by Rose will be awarding the next set of awardees in this year's Top 100 Most Dependable Brands in Kenya Awards 2025. Right, we are ready for this set. The DJ is also ready for this set. And so bring all your energy and enjoy your moment, because this is your moment. The most outstanding food exporter of the year 2025. The outstanding food exporter of the year 2025. The award goes to Irimisa Icon Enterprises. Amazing. Congratulations. Irimisa Icon Enterprises being the outstanding food exporter of the year 2025. Irimisa Icon Enterprises. Irimisa Icon Enterprises is the most outstanding food exporter of the year 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, the next award for being pioneers in bicycle import and distribution, Pioneers in Bicycle Import and Distribution Award 2025 goes to Spin and Gears. Spin and Gears, congratulations for being the pioneers in bicycle import and distribution in the year 2025. Spin and Gear making their way to the stage. Spin and Gear making their way to the stage. Let's go. Spin and Gears, the pioneers in bicycle import and distribution in 2025. This is your moment, Spin and Gears. Congratulations for emerging the best. Congratulations, Spin and Gears, for emerging the best pioneers in bicycle import and distribution in 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, the most dependable spa and beauty brand of the year 2025, the most dependable spa and beauty brand of the year 2025, the award goes to Baker's Spa. Baker's Spa. Baker's Spa. Company of the year 2025, making their way on stage. This is Hot Step Holdings for being the most efficient and selling company of the year 2025. Hot Step Holdings, the most efficient and selling company of the year 2025. Let's go. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, the real estate company of the year 2025, real estate company of the year 2025, the award goes to Premier Realty. Premier Realty. Real estate company of the year 2025. Premier Realty. Real estate company of the year 2025. Next up is the stage. Premier Realty. Congratulations for emerging the best.
Y
Congratulations. Congratulations, Premier Realty, for emerging the best real estate company of the year 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, the most dependable dental care provider of the year 2025, the award goes to Baraka Smiles. Baraka Smiles is the most dependable dental care provider of the year 2025. Congratulations as we make your way to the stage. Baraka Smiles, most dependable dental care provider of the year 2025.
Ukimaliza kunywa pombe, peleka maisha pole pole, dajipe mwenyewe sitoke. Kunywa maji, ukimaliza kunywa pombe, peleka maisha pole pole, dajipe mwenyewe sitoke. Songa ukali, foundation weka msamani, katikati ya Januari, kula utasirishe kama.
Baraka Smiles, the most dependable dental care provider of the year 2025. Congratulations, Baraka Smiles. Ladies and gentlemen, the Excellence in Affordable Property Solutions 2025, the Excellence Award in Affordable Property Solutions 2025 goes to Home Point Investments. Home Point Investments gets the award for being the top excellence in affordable property solutions 2025. Home Point Investments. Home Point Investments. Home Point Investments making their way to the stage. Right. Yeah, DJ give them some music as they take their way to the stage. Wonderful team right there. Home Point Investments. Home Point Investments. The award winner is Excellence in Affordable Property Solutions in 2025. Congratulations, Home Point Investments. Right, thank you so much. Congratulations to Home Point Investments. The most dependable parastatal of the year 2025 is none other than Kenya Seed Company. The most dependable parastatal brand of the year 2025 is Kenya Seed Company. Right, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the Community Impact Award 2025, Community Impact Award 2025 goes to Savannah Honey. Savannah Honey, the Community Impact Award winner 2025, awarded by Captain. This is Savannah Honey, awarded for being the best in community impact in the year 2025. Congratulations to Savannah Honey for emerging the best in community impact. Ladies and gentlemen, the most preferred residential real estate brand of the year, most preferred Residential Real Estate Brand of the Year 2025. The award goes to Kenya Homes.
Farouk!
Kenya Homes. Most preferred real estate brand of the year 2025. Kenya Homes. Alright, that is Kenya Homes. Kenya Homes is the most preferred residential real estate brand of the year 2025. Thank you very much to the stage. Congratulations to Kenya Homes. Congratulations to Kenya Homes. I thank you so much, Captain. You can have a seat. Asante sana. For the next set, ladies and gentlemen, for the next set, we'd like to invite Bolo Bespoke. Bolo Bespoke in the house will be awarding the next set of awardees. Bolo Bespoke will be awarding the next set of awardees. Being called on stage shortly. Coming up on stage, that is Bolo Bespoke from Bespoke City. The one and only Bolo Bespoke making his way to the stage. Right. Bolo Bespoke making his way to the stage to award the next set from Bespoke City. Karibu sana. Ladies and gentlemen, the iconic super brand of the year 2025, the award goes to Rubiela Beauty. Iconic super brand of the year 2025 goes to Rubiela Beauty. Congratulations to Rubiela Beauty for being the iconic super brand of the year 2025. Congratulations for making it the best. Rubiela Beauty, the iconic super brand of the year 2025.
This keep coming special, hallelujah. Every day you give it, hallelujah. Oversee that one chop me like suya. I want no big dog for this tune. That's so please you. They just like please you. I'm on my knees, they cook, they please you. They come to me, stop me for no reason.
Alright, congratulations to Rubiela Beauty. Ladies and gentlemen, the leading fitness center in 2025 is none other than Next Level Fitness. Next Level Fitness is the leading fitness center in 2025, awarded by Bolo Bespoke. Congratulations, Next Level Fitness, for emerging the best, the leading fitness center in 2025. In this year's Top 100 Most Dependable Brands in Kenya Awards, the Premier Real Estate Provider of the Year Award 2025 goes to Next Level Properties. The Premier Real Estate Provider of the Year, Next Level Properties. properties. The leading. Okay. That's applause on the next level for next level properties. The leading restaurant brand in 2025. The leading restaurant brand in 2025 is none other than Mavericks Restaurant. Restaurant for being the leading restaurant brand in 2025. It is awarded by Bolo Bespoke from Bespoke City. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the Excellence Award in Construction Solutions and Innovation. Excellence in Construction Solutions and Innovation. This award goes to Trudy. Trudy gets the award for excellence in construction solutions and innovations in 2025. Congratulations to Trudy. Trudy is making their way to the stage. Congratulations, Trudy. The Trustmark Company of the Year 2025. The Trustmark Company of the Year 2025 is awarded to Top Care Plans Limited. Trustmark Company of the Year 2025 is none other than Top Care Plans Limited. Dependable brand in Kenya award. Dependable Limited is the last one company of the year. Congratulations to Tokyo Limited for emerging the best transport company of the year 2025. The most outstanding interior design brand of the year 2025. Most outstanding interior design brand of the year 2025 goes to Udoni Interior Deco. Udoni Interior Deco. Most outstanding interior design. Udoni Interior Deco makes their way to the stage. Udoni Interior Deco makes their way to the stage for being the most outstanding interior design brand of the year.
short to the latest. Walk over the majors. Now watch me do Azoto, Azoto, Azoto. Now watch me do Azoto, Azoto, Azoto. Now watch me do Azoto, Azoto. You walk over the majors. Watch me do Azoto, Azoto, Azoto,
Congratulations, Mugoni Interior Deco. Right, thank you so much, Bono, who spoke as he makes his way back to the seat. And we usher in Madam Bella from La Preciosa to come to award the next steps. Madam Bella. Madam Bella from La Preciosa. If you're in the house. Right, this juncture. Alright, as we usher in the next set, Alright, that's next level. As we usher in the next set, I'd like to invite Sheila now in the house. Alright. Okay, so at this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to invite Lucy Kihara, the CEO of Champion Homes. Lucy Kihara, CEO of Champion Homes. Thank you so much, Bridget. Right, thank you so much, teams. The next award, the fastest rising real estate brand in 2025. Fastest rising real estate brand in 2025. The award goes to PDM. PDM is the fastest rising real estate brand in 2025. That is PDM, the fastest rising real estate brand in 2025. Photo moment for PDM, fastest rising real estate brand in 2025 in this year's top 100 most dependable brands in Kenya. Exo stage, the most dependable leadership and coaching brand in 2025. Most dependable leadership and coaching brand in 2025, and the award goes to Amara Capital. Amara Capital is the most dependable leadership and coaching brand in 2025. Amara Capital, and Lucy making her way to the stage. Amara Capital, leadership and coaching brand 2025. Amara Capital. fashion. This is the most dependable leadership and coaching brand in 2025. The high fashion trendsetter of the year 2025. The high fashion trendsetter of the year 2025 is none other than Bespoke City. Bespoke City is the high fashion trendsetter of 2025. Bespoke City brings their Bespoke City, the high fashion trendsetter of the year 2025. Bespoke City. Congratulations, Bespoke City. The most dependable chairperson of the year 2025. The most dependable chairperson of the year 2025. The award goes to Honorable Ongoi Irishi. Right, thank you so much. The Trustmark Company of the year 2025. Trustmark Company of the year 2025 goes to Top Care Lands Limited. Top Care Lands Limited is the Trustmark Company of the year 2025. Top Care Lands Limited is the Trustmark Company of the year 2025. Thank you very much to the stage. Congratulations to Top Care Lands, the Trustmark Company of the year 2025. SIU Trustmark Company of the year 2025 goes to Top Care Lands Limited. Congratulations to Top Care Lands Limited for being the Trustmark Company of the year 2025. Next, ladies and gentlemen, the leading spa and salon brand 2025. The leading spa and salon brand of the year 2025 goes to Bear Glow. Bear Glow is the leading spa and salon brand of the year 2025. Bear Glow. Bear Glow. Bear Glow. Thank you. Our stage, the leading spa and salon brand of the year 2025. Bear Glow, leading spa and salon brand. Congratulations, Bear Glow, for being the leading spa and salon brand of the year 2025. The most dependable real estate CEO of the year. The most dependable real estate CEO of the year 2025 goes to Sarah Wahogo. Sarah Wahogo is the most dependable real estate CEO of the year 2025. Sarah Wahogo. Sarah Wahogo is the most dependable real estate CEO. The real estate most trusted CEO by diasporians. Real estate most trusted CEO by diasporians is none other than Joshua Tuku. Joshua Tuku is the most trusted CEO by diasporians in the real estate industry. Let's put our hands together for Joshua Tuku as he makes his way to the stage. The real estate most trusted CEO by diasporians in Kenya. This year's top 100 most dependable and the Kenya Award brought to you by Dependable Brands Africa. Joshua Tuku. The real estate most trusted CEO by Joshua. The Titan of Business Award 2025. The Titan of Business Award 2025 goes to Charles Njiro. Charles Njiro is the Titan of Business in this year's top 100 most dependable brands in Kenya awards. Charles Njiro, the Titan of Business. All right. The most trusted. This is the Titan of Business Award. This goes to Charles Njiro making his way to the stage. Making his way to the stage. Charles Njiro, the Titan of Business. The Titan of Business is the one that is walking to the stage. Very majestically walking to the stage as the Titan of Business in this year's top 100 most dependable brands in Kenya awards. Charles Njiro. Congratulations, John, for being the Dependable Excellence Award winner 2025. The Global Recruitment Pioneer Award 2025 goes to Jane Berger. Global Recruitment Pioneer Award 2025 goes to Jane Berger. Winner 2025. Fastest rising brand influencer of the year 2025 is none other than Triza Moriah. Fastest rising brand influencer of the year 2025 is Triza Moriah. being the fastest rising brand influencer of the year 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, as we draw close to the end of our award ceremony tonight, the lifestyle influencer of the year 2025, the lifestyle influencer of the year 2025 is none other than Mohia Maige. Mohia Maige is the lifestyle influencer of the year 2025. Mohia Maige. Congratulations for our Mike for being the lifestyle influencer of the year 2025. The online media brand of the year 2025, the online media brand of the year 2025 is Coronia TV. Online media brand of the year 2025, Coronia TV.